the Steam store. It's glorious. Well, what we're going to be looking at today is Steam reviews, specifically the unhinged glory you can find when you do a little digging through the reviews. So let's get to it. Starting off with a favourite of mine, Repo. So this review says, bought Repo thinking it was a co-op horror game. What I got instead was a piano that weighs approximately the same as the moon, a friend who dropped a priceless ceramic vase down the stairs immediately, a monster that only activates when somebody says, "Is it safe?" and a cart we lost in the first 2 minutes and never spoke of again. The objective is simple. Carry valuable items carefully to extraction. Do not break them. We have never once done this. The physics system is a masterpiece of human suffering. Okay, careful. The vase flies sideways into a wall. It was worth $4,000. We needed $4,000. Dave is no longer allowed to touch things. Poor Dave. The proximity chat adds incredible immersion. You can hear your friends whispering in real time as you creep through a dark mansion. You can also hear the exact moment someone starts screaming because a monster that looks like a rejected Pixar villain walked through a door at 2% speed, and somehow, this is the most terrifying experience of our collective lives. The monster AI is elegantly simple. It hears noise. We make noise. That is our relationship with death. The upgrade shop offers meaningful progression. We bought better lungs. We needed better lungs because we keep screaming. We are all still screaming. We just have more health while we do it. 10 out of 10. We never hit the quota. We're going back in. Someone finds the car. Yeah, this next one's a little bit more unhinged. By Razzle. I love seeing the huntsman. Every time when he hums his sexy tune, I start to cross my legs. I feel a tingle inside me when he brushes me with his long shotgun. I just want to caress his blindfold and let him blow his bullets all over me. Just for reference, this is the huntsman. Mega Bonk, the video game equivalent to crack. We've got a long review here from Gabe Itch, but it's very much worth reading. You know it's good when it starts off with, "This game is a $10 threat to my personal hygiene." Rating, 11 out of 10. Alright, forget your $70 AAA disappointments, forget buggy messes, pointless stories and games that demand a $2,000 graphics card. Mega Bonk is here and it is a banger! I went in expecting a cheap laugh. I came out 30 hours later, sleep deprived, seeing glowing XP gems when I closed my eyes, and my life has been fundamentally changed. This game has a very positive rating on Steam for a reason. It's one of the most addictive substances legally sold. What even is this? Imagine Vampire Survivors. Now give it a 3D engine, a physics-defying jump button, a hit of 1990s era graphics, and a truly stupid sense of humour. You are dumped into an arena, hordes of enemies appear, you run, you jump, you slide, and you automatically bonk everything in sight. You grab loot, you level up, and you create builds so absurdly overpowered that the game engine starts to sweat. The just one more run addiction. This game's core loop is so perfectly tuned it should be studied by scientists. 10 PM. Okay, I'll try one more run. This looks silly. 10:45 PM. Whoa, I unlocked a monkey who can climb walls, and I just got an item that makes my axes orbit me. Okay, one more run to try this out. 1:30 AM. My build is insane. I have 70 items. I'm shooting 4,000 projectiles a second. The screen is just a solid wall of damage numbers. I am a god! I cannot be stopped! 1:32 AM. The boss looks at me sideways. I die instantly. 1:33 AM. That was bullshit! Just one more run! This is it. This is the whole game. It's perfect. Why, it's better than everything else. This game puts $100 million titles to shame. It costs $10. That's less than a single ugly horse armor skin in Diablo. For that price, you get 20 plus characters, 70 plus items, and endless replayability. It runs on a toaster. The system requirements on Steam literally list potato for the processor and no for the graphics card. And it's still more fun than games that require a quantum computer. The builds are stupid, in a good way. This isn't about tiny 5% stat increases. This is about finding combinations that break the game. You can become an unkillable screen-clearing demigod and the game wants you to. No bugs, only features. Unlike some games we've discussed, if you suddenly clip through the map and fly into the sky, it just feels like that's part of the Bonk experience. In conclusion, This game is an absolute 11 out of 10 life-ruining masterpiece. It's pure, uncut, chaotic fun. It asks for nothing and gives you everything. Stop reading this, go spend the $10, go bonk. And that review was so perfect, I didn't even bother reading anymore. I just grabbed a couple of comments, replies to his review that made me laugh. Axeloy here. Actually, the game is literally about 5% stat increases. And 667 Neighbour of the Beast gets it. This review made me breakfast in bed, left the house before getting dressed. That was weeks ago. You should be proud of your creation. Absolute 11 out of 10 review. What a guy. Next up, Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Short and sweet this one. Simply says, I hate you, EA! Go, next. You know a review's going to be a good one when it starts off with, I don't really post lengthy reviews. I contribute with light recommendations. Or not recommending. Today, I decided to make an exception. Thank you, back. My experience with For the King was terrible. As a board game developer, in real life, I find how ridiculously random this game is to be offensive. As a mage type character, I don't know any inherent spells. Couldn't find a spell book for 2 hours of gameplay, and when I did, it was immediately destroyed by a giant crab. My problems here are twofold. First, equipment destruction in RPG is basically the same thing as deleting the player's levels in order to make the game harder. In my opinion, comparing this to board games, it's the same thing as weapons and items that are one-time use, then they explode, or instant death mechanics that are a game designer's lazy way to solve a problem. Instead of finding a way to create a real challenge, they just take your shit away and hope you do better next time. And in this game it's worse because it's completely random and has nothing to do with skill. I can't get good enough to not have my shit destroyed by the acid blob. I just have to plan on wasting tons of money on the fight and grinding through mindless encounters hoping to get good drops. Second, randomness has its place in any game, especially a game that's basically a digital board game. Board games rely on die rolls to keep things unpredictable. Without the random occurrence, you know exactly the outcome of conflict, and therefore there is no challenge. But this game is too random. I had 91 in a stat that was checked twice with the weapon, and I'd miss over half the time anyway. Statistically, that makes no sense. And even when I had great weapons in my first playthrough, there are layers upon layers of random that are just completely out of my control. Random chance of hitting? Cool. Random for dodge? Okay. Now random for crit? Okay. Now random for special bad thing that's on me to go off? So the monsters enter a fight with full health and full energy, and I barely have any resources, and then have to pass 2 to 3 random checks to hit once, and then 2 more random checks to see if my damage is even relevant? Ridiculous. I tried to like this game. I really, really did. I really wanted to enjoy the combination of rogue elements and a board game plus multiplayer, but you do not make your game more difficult by robbing the player of their accomplishments or excessive trial and error. Come up with creative challenges, and for God's sake, leave some outcomes within your player's control. Thank you for reading, smiley face. Well, wow. I just don't think Back enjoyed the game. Could be wrong, but I'm getting hints of frustration there. Especially when you compare that with the second review we got from Insemnoid. Recommended. Got stung by a bee and died. 10 out of 10. .hack GU last recode. RPG. Recommended by Liam Neeson punching wolves after only 0.9 hours on record. I don't know what's going on. Some anime things are happening. Women are dressed like sluts. Characters are carrying big chainsaw swords. Some revenge story, angry about PPI. It's like The Matrix or Ready Player One or something. It's nice to know that he's enjoying it even though he doesn't have a fucking clue what's going on. Fair play Liam Neeson punching wolves. A bit of a longer one here by Razor-V3i, recommended after just under 30 hours. I bought this because I played this a lot when I was in middle school, and now I'm reviewing it for a Steam achievement. But if I'm honest, it's a pretty good game if you like JRPGs from those old, good old PS2 days. But you probably only played those because your dad was disappointed in you like mine. Damn, man. Coming in next is Mecha Chameleon. We've got 2 reviews for this. The first one's positive. It says, I learned 2 things while playing Mecha Chameleon. 1. My friends are blind. 2. Apparently I can pass as a radiator. And the next review comes in negative, not recommended, 0.6 hours, product refunded. Egg Doge. Art school gave me a 9. Europe will be mine. Shit. Slightly worrying that one, eh? A really fun puzzle game next. Barbara Is You. Really makes you think about shit, this game. Gets a bit confusing sometimes. But we've got a review here, recommended by Thingman7. And I'm not even sure what the fuck's happening in this review. It says, Doid! It's so good. Varo, the game, it good. Varo, good game. Hodang. Tastes like Belcher's Felcher's Frugal Fruit, some type of curse word. Salty carbonated drink beverage. I am the king of the worms, and I have AIDS. Varo. I think we need a wellness check on this guy. Okay, surely the next one. There's got to be a bit more chill, right? It's fucking mini-golf. How angry can you get about it? Well... Bad idea here. Recommended after 16.8 hours, so he likes the game. This game caused me to rip my hair out, lose my voice, hate my friends, divorce my wife, ritualistically summon a demon to pour molten lead into my ass, commit tax fraud, and jaywalk. 10 out of 10. Would buy again. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. And then, next you has chimed in with a positive review that just says, I love it when friends touch my balls. Fantastic. Untitled Goose Game. I think you can guess how this one went. You can honk at people. 10 out of 10. Honk, 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 honk. And finally, to cap off this never-ending list of honks, we have Enzi here, this poet, this god amongst men. I shall offer my review in Japanese honku poetry form. Honk, 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 honk. Honk, 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 honk. Honk, 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 honk. Thank you for your time. For anyone who's actually played Holdfast, the reviews are exactly what you'd expect from how you have interacting with people in game. Absolutely hilarious game, but it's completely unhinged. I don't know how to pronounce this dude's name, and I don't really want to. His entire review, after 3.5 hours, was, there was a guy teach me how to gangbang a horse. Slats Gordon, trademark, recommended the game after just under 12 hours with, this is the most underrated game on Steam. Autism in its purest form. Would rate 47 out of 46 chromosomes. Swooping in next, an absolute classic, Borderlands 2. Many think it's the best in the franchise. Absolutely love this game, spent many hours on it. Well, Cobson here, after nearly 175 hours, has give it a thumbs down. He doesn't recommend it. Reason being, black people. Sad face. So spoilers incoming on this one, just because there was a million variations of the review here, where it just says, Virgil steals Virgil's son's arm and turns it into Virgil's sword, which Virgil then stabs Virgil with to split him into Virgil and Virgil, so Virgil hires Virgil's brother and Virgil's son to defeat Virgil, so Virgil confuses Virgil and becomes Virgil. Featuring Virgil from Devil May Cry series, now with new Virgil mode, and Virgil. So many variations of that just over and over again. The name's Pib. After 174 hours on record, recommends it. Just got the 100%. I'm so motivated right now, I'm Virgiling it. I'm Virgiling it. Oh my god, I'm Virgiling it. I think you might be enjoying the game. And then we have, final one, just under 74 hours by this gentleman here. I'll let you read his name for yourself there. This game will have you making love to your controller, just going straight up sensual on the buttons. Yeah, Traxer his name, yeah. Pretty new game, How to Fish. Ends here after 7.5 hours, has left a recommended review. He received the product for free, so make of that what you will. But the review goes, "Trust me, when you fire this game up, your little fucking nuts are going to start quaking, buddy. Your little nuts are going to be quaking. Yeah! 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 You're going to shoot cum! You're going to shoot cum! You're going to shoot hot cum everywhere! And that's a promise. That's a promise, folks. That's a fucking promise right there. You're going to shoot fucking hot jizz all over your computer, all over your mechanical keyboard, and your Razer mouse. I swear to God, you will bust a nut the first time you play. That's my money back guarantee. If you don't bust a nut the first time you play, message me." I think this guy got a little bit confused about this. Good game. I tried learning Chinese by playing it, and failed. Haha. Okay. So this user, Vartic, left a positive review. Goes something like this. 1. Told a kid his dad is probably never coming home from the war. He gives me his allowances, thanks. 2. Then I gave him some food I had in my pockets. We are now friendly enough to have sparring sessions where the winner gets random items from the loser. 3. Proceed to beat the kid over and over until I get all of his stuff, including the food I gave him. 4. Give him the food again for more friendship points. Repeat 3 and 4 until max friendship. 10 out of 10 would steal candy from a baby again. This actually got a response from the developer, David C. from Spiral Up Games. "Hey Vatic, thank you for sharing your unique in-game experience with such humour. We always strive to provide players with different ways to engage in our world, even if it involves some cheeky tactics. It's entertaining to see how players navigate the mechanics to craft their own stories. We're glad you're enjoying the journey, even if it comes at the expense of some virtual candy. Keep having fun and thanks for a 10 out of 10. It's always great to see developers just jumping in on the joke. Halo, the Master Chief Collection. Who doesn't love a bit of Halo? Well, there's certain things Mr. Aero Precision Sucks here doesn't love. Positive review simply says, "If I get my ass kicked by another 12-year-old, I'm gonna lose it." I think we've all been there, to be honest. Tor here. "Before I played this, I had a small penis, no girlfriend, and no will to live. None of these things have changed, but the game's pretty good." Mayhem. "You get 5 really good games, and Halo 4, all in one package." I think that's the general consensus about that, yeah. TNS, yes, y'all. Here. "Was super duper excited and looking forward to playing Master Chief Collection on PC with keyboard and mouse. Unfortunately, I had to refund it 10 minutes after purchase because the text chat, J, and push to talk, V, keys cannot be rebound. Due to an old hand injury, I cannot play using the standard WAS config, but I have an evolved configuration that lets me play. Unfortunately, V is right in the middle of it. 159.4 hours on record. And the final one here, Arctic, I don't think he's very impressed. Just under 25 hours. Complete rip-off of Destiny. Another absolute classic game. I remember playing this back on PS2. Max Payne. Great game. Well, Circus Beast here, after 17 hours, leaves a recommended review. "When I was 14, my friend told me there was a BJ in this game, and I got mad and said he was lying. He wasn't. Sorry, Steve. Also, I still have your copy of Metal Gear Solid 3. Another golf game. Surely this one can't be as Unhinged, right? Well, recommended by Flaming Bag of Shit. Okay, maybe it can. Game for innocent golf with friends. Left with friend betrayal, my wife screaming at me, and my daughter finding a new gaming buddy. You know the golf game's good when it causes family issues. John here recommends it. I shot my balls into the Pharaoh's mouth. 10 out of 10, best game ever. And P3 Pito here recommends it, but he has a complaint that it doesn't actually come with any friends, sad face with at least 6 chins. End my suffering. Don't you just love seeing a heart-touching reunion in an unexpected place? The Evil Within's a fantastic survival horror game. Well, Abke here, he's not a fan of it. He just says, "The most disappointing thing since my son." But luckily, his son Robbie doesn't appear to be too downtrodden about that. Thanks, Dad. Now I'm only the second worst thing to happen to you. Our next review comes courtesy of Dan. It's for Enshrouded. He's brought us quite a tale here, so let's enjoy the journey. I've been stuck in Fallout 76 for years, mostly because of the base building system. Yeah, I'm a sucker for that. In 2024 for Christmas, my best friend asks me, "What do you want as a gift?" I don't know, bro. The games in my wish list are ranked by preference. And what does this idiot do? He buys me a game he liked, which wasn't even in my wish list. In fact, I wasn't even interested when he first pitched it to me so we could play it together. And he doesn't just gift it to me, he buys it for my wife too, just to make sure we play it. Oh well. 110 hours later, I can confidently say, it sucks! Don't play it with friends. It doesn't have good graphics. It doesn't have new mechanics. It doesn't have an awesome base building system. It doesn't have tons of cool biomes to explore. It doesn't have constant updates. It doesn't have insanely smooth gameplay similar to Breath of the Wild. It doesn't have cool stuff to discover at every step. Or how I wish all of this weren't outright lies and the reality wasn't the complete opposite. Okay, fine Alex, it's one of the coolest games I've played lately, and it hooked me just as much as 76 Terraria and other insanely good games that are worth every penny, and that put many AAA titles to shame. Happy now? Now get Enshrouded and give me the one. I respect, and I'm a mage now. Moving on to the Doom remake from 2016. Demon slaying good times, always fun this game. But Disturbed Gamer here doesn't recommend it. After nearly 24 hours, it says, while this game has mediocre gameplay and outdated graphics, I would like to address different faults. Number 1! Mars facility has no neutral bathrooms. What is this nonsense? 22nd? 22th century isn't progressive enough? Okay, moving on. 2. No LGBT NPCs or demons. That's why Dragon's Age, Mass Effect and Skyrim will always outclass games like these. They are not afford to portray real issues of the modern world. Moving on. Number 3. Protagonist is cis white male with military training. ... Sure. ... How original. Yawn. ... 4. The only woman NPC in game is a villain for no reason other than chauvinism. Of course, Doom has a lot of issues, but I've pointed out the most important ones. Just 10 out of 10 rage bait. Excellent. Next review for it. Brioche. 50 hours on record of this game. I had an erection for 6 hours. This is the perfect reimagining of the original games. Plays fast, tons of gore, performs great, even on mid-specs. Gives erections for 6 hours straight. What more could you fucking ask for, eh? Hold your king. 2 or 4 player game, absolute insanity. Well, Haneki here. That incompetent king has the same energy as my uncle, who once tried to hang a shelf, accidentally removed a load-bearing wall, and then hired someone else to fix it, acting like none of it was his fault. I feel like the hired dude without payment. Love the game, it has a fun premise. Bit of a mixed bag, the Project Zomboid reviews. The first one here is from Frustbum. Women chased me, 1 out of 10, unrealistic, doesn't recommend. Jason B here, possibly the loneliest reviewer I have ever known. Tried to survive the apocalypse with friends, promptly remembered I have no friends. Every night I cry into a duffel bag full of nails and empty mayonnaise jars. I tried to keep a zombie in the bathroom so I could have a friend, but he broke through the window and left me. Recommended after 704 hours. Oeko? Oiko? Uko? I don't know how to pronounce that name. But after nearly 400 hours, he simply says, add sex! And then we have a lovely gentleman called Young Welfare, whose entire review is just an ASCII art of Walter White. Edit. Please stop liking this. Please stop. This isn't even funny. Please. And the comments, replies to it, are literally just the same thing over and over and over. Amar13579. My depresso got depressed. We cured it with medicine. My alpaca developed an eating disorder, so we ate him. 10 out of 10. Wallace. Get stranded on a beach and start punching sheep. This is Pokemon Black and Blue. Excellent, excellent. Yogel. As most Norwegians, I grew up clubbing seals to death every Thursday, so this game brings back a lot of childhood memories for me. Any Norwegians want to confirm that that's right or wrong. And Ninja here, I'm just happy I can help you to feel seen in the world, my friend. Nobody will read my review, so I'll just say I'm gay. Right, so there we have it. That is just one journey through Steam's reviews. If you like the video, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like. And if you've got any ideas for any other reviews, or if you want to see more Steam reviews in the future, let me know.